gladdens my heart to once again welcome you all to this brief but auspicious event. This is the first time ever in the history of new media development that a federating online journalist will come together to honor outstanding leaders and persons in the Nigerian society. That makes this award ceremony unique and epoch. In our present day Nigeria, where both the traditional and new media, also social media, is awash with disturbing negative stories about the country, Nigeria, and the leaders, aside the already escalating spate of insecurity and other social crises, we, the online journalists, this time around, have decided to start changing the narratives and projecting the image of the country in positive light to the international community and intending investors. A few days ago, the Transparency International Global Rating Index projected Nigeria as the second most corrupt nation in West Africa and 149th most corrupt country out of 180 countries sampled across the world. While we do not have sufficient facts to deplete the claims of the Transparency International, we would not be wrong also to tell the whole world that there are leaders in Nigeria who are not corrupt and that the situation is not actually as bad as they have projected it. One of the ways to start doing that and changing the narrative is what the Nigerian Online Journalist Award has set out to do, by recognizing those who have stood out and made the country proud in their respective endeavors. As elucidated in our letter of nomination, your choice for prudent management recognition on behalf of the management is hinged on your uncommon attitude towards public service, your pragmatic disposition to issues of transparency, accountability, and prudent management of the nation's economy. You have brought the over 28 years, and by correction, your 30 years of experience in the banking industry to revitalize Nexim Bank and reposition the nation's hitherto dying economy on the path of diversification by injecting much life from the perspectives of agriculture and solid minerals. Under your leadership, sir, and with your team, the Nexim has stepped up funding interventions in various export-oriented activities. We are not unaware how you initiated collaborative efforts to tackle the challenges of poor transport and logistics infrastructure that have been the main setbacks in the solid mineral sector. Worthy of mention too, sir, is your drive towards boosting non-oil exports, which Nexim has been significantly appraised by its role as managing agent of CBN's intervention funds for export stimulation facility and the rediscounting and refinancing facility, which you have prudently managed. We, the online journalists, are elated to identify and associate with you and your team, as your records have rekindled hope for the future of Nigeria, despite the daunting security and other social and economic challenges that face us as a nation. I must confess that it is not everybody that is given a position of responsibility, especially the one that commands much influence where billions of naira is being mentioned, that is responsible. But through it all, you stood out, despite the precarious nature of the job and how delicate it is to harness human capital that would be interested in investing in the country. You and your team at Nexim have proved your traducers wrong, and you are not only delivering a mandate, you have also succeeded in opening the gates for international investment. Because it should be on note that your bank is key to the investment future and fortune of this great nation and her economy. These and many other great things you have done to contribute to stabilizing the nation's economy is worthy of commendation. And we, the online journalists in Abuja, are here today to show this little appreciation for what you have done and still doing for Nexim Bank and the country as a whole. We are here to let you know that we are proud of you and your team, and this should also spur you to do better and greater. Until Nigeria is rescued from the shackles of corruption and her image is totally redeemed amongst the Committee of Nations. Congrats on this epoch recognition, and may God bless you and your team. So this is for you in recognition of what you have done for this nation. Abubakar Bello, in recognition of your pragmatic disposition to issues of transparency, accountability, and prudent management of the nation's economy. On this day, Thursday, 18th February 2021. Congrats. Thank you very much.
like this.
Yes.
I need to see it. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
And this is just the certificate to back it up.
Thank you so much.
On behalf of
Thank you.
for you and the management team.
Thank you. Madam. All right. Thank you.
And the bag is also especially the.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Representatives of agencies and news media that are here. I would like to, on behalf of my executive management as well as staff of Nexim Bank, thank you for this honor that you have done to us. Now, for us, we don't see what we have done as being anything special, because for us, that is what we were appointed to do. Okay, we've put in our best. I will tell you that when we came in May 2017, we found the bank in a not too desirable condition, and so what we committed to ourselves is we were going to turn it around and contribute positively as at then the economic recovery and growth plan, to align with the economic recovery and growth plan of the government, which was mainly about diversifying foreign revenues of government and creating jobs. Okay, but to do that, we had to regain the confidence of the stakeholders, various stakeholders, our owners, our funders, even our customers, who have hitherto then written Nexim Bank off completely. Okay. Now, in the last 3 years, 3.5 years, I would think we have done very well. Okay, and we refocused the bank towards what its mandate is supposed to be, and regain the confidence of all stakeholders that are associated with the bank. And let me just give you some statistics of where we were in 2017 and where we are today. Okay, when we did a forensics of the bank, we found out that 94% of the loans of the bank were bad. We call them NPLs in banking parlance, non-performing loans. And if you understand the risks of banks, once your credit risk is bad, it affects everything else, your operational risk, your financial risk, and so on. So if you have 94% of your loans bad, technically what will happen is that you also have liquidity problems. So the bank was technically insolvent. And slowly we built up that confidence after we sat with our stakeholders and listened. Now that brought about some funds. You know about the debenture that we signed with Central Bank first, 500 billion debenture to operationalize the non-oil export stimulation facility. And then the Central Bank also gave us another facility of 50 billion naira under a product that is called the Export Development Fund. One other thing we found is that amongst the beneficiaries of loans in the bank, there was no recognizable exporter. And so what we now decided to do is that the first thing we need to do is strengthen our portfolio, okay, to even have respectable names that are known. And so, and our target we use as reference is the top 100 exporters in Nigeria, to strengthen our portfolio. And we started marketing. Madam will go out marketing as business development. Nexim, get out of here. You people are not serious people. And so even getting acceptance from beneficiaries was hard. But over time, they now noticed that there was some seriousness in the bank. And if I'm not mistaken, today I think we have about 28 of the top 100. And between 2018, when effectively we received the first funding, to today, we have funded close to now 71 as of today projects. And these projects are not just, they are projects in processing, projects in trade, projects in services, and projects in mining. If you know our maxim in Nexim is, we call it Nass. We support manufacturing, agriculture, solid minerals, and services. So 71 projects across board. And given that we're driven to encourage processing, we have another maxim of philosophy to produce, which is primary production, add value, and then export. Because in the export or trade business, is as you go up the global value chain, you get more value in dollar terms than when you're in the lower rung. So while we do funding of processing now, we're trying to also migrate those that are trading to processing, okay, in our bid to get it. And I tell you that again, as of today, our funding has brought in over $202 million in export repatriation, which is approximately 72 billion naira. And that is about half of our customers, because the others in processing have to set up and so on and so forth. So we are now on a trajectory of growth, okay, and hopefully as we grow, our impact in bringing in more non-oil revenues for federal government will keep growing bigger, okay. Our interventions, another area where is of interest to government, is creation of jobs. Our intervention has created direct or indirect jobs in excess of 11,000 jobs today, many of which are with women and youth. Why? Again, another focus we have is to support businesses that employ a lot of women. Okay, they say when you empower a woman, you have empowered the community. So we have a focus for that, and the sectors we focus on also include in our consideration for sectors, what jobs can we have for women, for youth, and so on and so forth. So like I told you when you walked into my office, I said this award is not for me. Is for my team, not the team that is sitting here, but the team that is downstairs, okay, because honestly, without their effort, what we have achieved would have been almost impossible to achieve, if not because of their hard work and dedication. So I would gladly, and I gladly, because I've accepted it already, accept this award, and it's an award for the whole of Nexim. I'm only the representative collecting it on their behalf. And we look forward to working with you, because everything we're doing, we need people out there to know what we're doing. Okay, like you said, Chairman, there is a lot of negativity about the country, about the people who are, about organizations, about the people who are running organizations, and so on and so forth. And we need to keep countering it with the facts. Okay, fake news has become a global phenomenon now and is empowered by social media. And so as fake news is coming out, real news needs to also. So we'll keep in touch with you. And on behalf of my management, my exco, my management, thank you for this honor you have done to us, Nexim, and to me in particular. And we assure you that we are going to continue to put in our best to ensure that the nation benefits from what we are doing in a massive way now, not not in a small way. Thank you very much, gentlemen, lady and gentlemen.